Hey horror fans, thanks for joining me for this review of Tiny Cinema. Cast and crew information down at the bottom, and let's see what the IMDb plot has to say to start off. A mysterious stranger tells the twisted tale of some seemingly unconnected strangers caught in a series of otherworldly events whose lives will all change in incredible ways forever and ever and ever. Okay. So this is a new film. I know it's been shown at a couple of festivals so far. I'm not sure if it's been released overall yet or not, or the release details of it or not. But this has been in a couple of festivals so far, and it is an anthology. Just to let you know off the start, and since it is new, I'll try to keep this spoiler free as possible. But yeah, it is an anthology. They're gonna get I don't know how many in total, but several different short stories, and all different. And kind of thinking about it as I was reading the IMDb plot, as I watched this, lots of anthologies eventually connect, and kind of thinking about it now, there was a connection between the stories. I think I missed it. Yeah, I missed it. I didn't quite catch it. So sucks for me. I don't know if there was a connection or not to all of the stories. Besides the storyteller, there is a storyteller here, and it's actually going to be, when they say tiny cinema, and then the movie kind of starts and rolls out, your hosts, your host is going to be Paul Ford, and as he comes forward, you kind of get it why it's tiny cinema, or at least that's where they kind of begin. Kind of try to give you that Hitchcock kind of vibe as that comes on, that Twilight Zone kind of vibe, as he enters the scene and kind of introduces himself and begins the stories, and then obviously becomes a small piece of the stories either at the beginning or the end. So it's that kind of anthology kind of hosting going on here to just kind of clue you in on what's happening. But yeah, again, if these stories are connected in some way, I completely missed it. So if anybody out there knows, or if it is, you can feel free to put it in the comment section so that I know. Not saying anything about the movie, but I don't think I'm going to go back and watch it. But if I do, maybe I'll look for that. But yeah, something, what was it that I watched? Agora, that had the connection. Sometimes you find the connection, and other times you don't, but you don't have to. Anyway, stop rambling about this connection thing. Again, there's several different stories, and I'm not going to get into every single one and go through every single one of them for you. For me, I will just say, I think it started off really well. I liked the first couple of stories, and so basically, like maybe I don't remember how many in total there were, but for me, I guess the first couple of them, several of them, I enjoyed, and then as it kind of got towards the back half, maybe I didn't enjoy those as much. I think the thing with anthologies are, everybody kind of picks and chooses, that was my favorite short, or that was my favorite section, and, favorite story, and, maybe that one not so much, and so forth. So, I think that's kind of one of the good things about an anthology is you kind of get to pick and choose, and everybody kind of likes their one, and every kind of story has a little bit different theme, and, different actors and so forth. So, some people might gravitate to some of the maybe other people like the ones in the end better than the ones in the beginning. For me, the ones in the beginning just were more for me, or I just enjoyed them more. and then sometimes, sometimes it might just be me. As I watch this, I'm awfully doing work, so maybe towards the back half I was paying attention more to my work than the movie. I don't know, to be fair. But anyway, just to kind of give you a small taste, since I like the first couple of them, the very first one that kind of starts off as a really weird film. It's I think it was called Game Night, or it's themed to Game Night, where a couple is having some friends over and they're playing games and so forth. And one of the games, I don't know what it was called or what the point of the game was, but it had something to do with somebody saying, that's what she said, that kind of joke kind of thing. And for whatever reason, this kind of set something off in the husband here, or the boyfriend of the couple that's hosting this, and he either doesn't understand it or it just kind of sticks in his head. So he becomes kind of obsessed with who is she, and what did she say, and that kind of thing. And it kind of moves quickly into a quick obsession, and he does some quite odd things. And I'm going to say that, maybe it also doesn't make a whole lot of sense here, because it happens so quick that either the wife or the girlfriend, you would have thought she would have caught on to him kind of going crazy real quickly like that. But I guess since it's a short, they compress the time here. And but yeah, he snaps really quickly. And then they have another game night, and I don't want to spoil the ending. But it was a little bit of a funny ending, but it was a very odd short, or odd thing that was going on here. I don't know where they came up with this idea. Again, maybe it was an inside. To me, it almost seems like maybe it was kind of an inside joke, or maybe somebody who's does a lot of these, that's what she said, that's what he said kind of things, and just said, hey, let's make a horror short out of it. I don't think I've seen that anywhere else, but so I, may have some originality to it. But yeah, it is weird, but it's going to keep your attention because it's weird. So yeah, I think that was a good start and a good pick to kind of start this off, because whether you liked it or not, you're going to be like, that kind of sets the tone to be like, oh, are we all going to get some weird films like this, or where is this going to go? And I think it was the second one. Also, has some strangeness to it, and these are going to be some strange, odd short films, whether you like them or not. I think it was the second one. Is a woman who is desperate to finding the right guy. She can't find a guy, and she's basically going to commit suicide, and she's standing on a bridge. She's going to jump off, or at least thinking to jump off, and she sees something down below, and instead of jumping off, she kind of goes down, checks out this small river, stream, whatever you want to call it, and finds a bag, pulls out the bag, and it's a dead body in it. And hey, she found a man. So she takes him home and proceeds to take him out of the bag and pretend that he's a living person, and does everything a couple would do with this dead body, and starts a relationship with it, and it does all kinds of odd stuff with it, even including taking it out to lunch or dinner or breakfast, whatever, with some of her friends, and her friends are saying, that's not the man for her, and so forth like that, and is he alive or not? So it's a little bit of comedy kind of in there. It's kind of funny scene there, and I'm not going to tell you where it goes. I'll save that for you to see, and again, I don't want to spoil it for you. But a little bit of odd and strangeness to it as well, and yeah, just another one where you kind of see it followed up from that first one, and you're kind of like, okay. So I don't want to go again through every single one, but that's to kind of give you a small taste of it. And again, I liked the first few of them, maybe not so much the end, but I think there's enough here, if you guys like anthologies or short films or whatever, to at least turn this on and give this a try once it becomes available, if it's not already available. Um, Actually, it says Prime. The IMDb here says Prime Video, so it might be up there for you guys to catch, if anything. Um, but yeah, if you like anthologies, I definitely think it's worth the watch. I think you'll see at least a couple of films in here that you'll like. Again, like with many of them, it's hard to like every single one, and it makes for good things for horror fans to argue about which ones they liked, which ones they didn't. Um, but I'm gonna say overall, I'm gonna give this one 3 pools of blood. That is out of 5. Um, just because I liked some and maybe didn't like some others. Um, if I were to rank them individually, then maybe it'd be a different thing. But that's not something I want to go into a whole lot of detail about. But yeah, I'm gonna give it 3. I think it's worth your guys' time to at least check some of these out. Like I said, they're odd, they're strange, a little bit different. I think there's another one that's kind of like a time travel kind of thing. You kind of see what's going on there real quickly, a little bit weird as well. And I was trying to remember which one came after the one I just went through, but I don't remember this second. But yeah, you're gonna get a different mix here. I think they're definitely all strange, and again, they kind of give you that kind of Twilight Zone kind of setup there. But yeah, I hope you guys can enjoy at least some of the shorts that Tiny Cinema has to offer. So with that, horrors.gorereviews.blogspot.com. Link below is where you can find more of my reviews. Written reviews are there. The video ones are also there, but if you're just into these video reviews, listening to me ramble on while you're probably watching other stuff, yeah, feel free to subscribe, like, and do all those kind of things, or don't, whatever, not a big deal. Twitter, Facebook information down below, where you can find me, talk more horror there, and if you have something for me to review, try to work that out there as well. You can reach out to me, and in the comments section, if you've seen this movie and know the connection between all the films, feel free to help a brother out and throw it up there so that I know. Or if you just want to comment on something else, feel free to as well. And with that, I guess I will catch you on the next review, horror fans.